Trial by Sportscene is about to begin on jury service tonight. Michael Stewart and Stuart McCall. The Heart of Midlothian bandwagon rolled into Hamilton yesterday afternoon. Robbie Neilson's side with a perfect start to 5 wins out of 5 in the Ladbrokes Premiership season so far. But they were up against an Aki side who'd won their last 2 Premiership matches. Commentary comes from Liam McLeod.
Aki's looking to bounce back from that League Cup exit in Kirkcaldy, but there's not much wrong with their league form recently. This would be 3 wins in a row if they can manage it. Imrie, Morris and Gillespie all start. That's a more familiar looking Hearts team from the one Robbie Neilson sent out at Forfar in the League Cup in midweek in that extra time win. King stays in though with Nicholson on the bench. The league leading Hearts looking for a 6th win on the bounce at the start of their return to the top flight. But it's Hamilton who have made a positive start here, and Crawford draws a save from Alexander. Fine run and shot here by the talented Crawford. Juanma's flick. Gordon away. Jambos have won in their last 2 visits to New Douglas Park. Goes back a few years now though. Here's Juanma. Well, there's a big shout for a penalty from the Hearts fans who are packed in behind Michael McGovern's goal. Did look more of a stumble though. Imrie did cut across him. Well, that's route 1, and down goes Morris. It was Rossi who was the Hearts offender, and it's 1-1 in the penalties not given stakes. Willie Collum not interested for a second time. Big opportunity here for Hearts. The free kick comes in. That's so. What's going from one end to the other? Jamie Walker clipping the free kick in. Eventually it came to Osman Sow. Morris to Crawford. Nice play by Crawford. He's managed to slip it through here for Courtai. Well, he may well hang his head. Gamos Courtai made a real mess of that. That's another route 1 effort. It's Courtai who's in, and he opens his scoring. He'll feel a heck of a lot better now. It's not exactly the most decisive of finishes, but it's enough to force it past Alexander, and the league leaders are behind here in Hamilton. Here's So. Let's just get in behind Tenna there. Here's Billy King. Oh, it's brilliant! What a finish! Hearts are level, and it's Billy King's 2nd of the season. And this is a terrific finish from the outside of the boot, this. Caught McGovern unawares. Hearts have begun the second half in good fashion. Here's Juanma. Hamilton holding on a little bit just now. Billy King. Juanma. Patterson! Tremendous goal for Hearts. And as in Dundee early on in the month, they have come from behind to lead away from home. Aki's trying to respond. Still, as we go into the closing 15, it's Callum Patterson and over McKinnon, who is raging with that challenge. Willie Collum's got a decision to make here. It does look as though Patterson's come off the worst. Straight red for Patterson. Well, Robbie Neilson will feel aggrieved about that one. He may not look it there. Can Hamilton make their numerical advantage count? Given away there by Blabbin, and Crawford scores! A stunning goal! You cannot argue with quality like that! Magnificent finish! It's only half away, it's Tena! It's Tena again! And that might win it! Jesus Garcia Tena with 3 minutes to play! And this seesaw battle has just swung Hamilton Academical's way!
I think when you're down to 10 men, it gives us that little bit of momentum again, and it swings it, I feel like. And I thought from there, it's easy to say them going down to 10 men's the reason, but you've still got to go and put the ball in the back of the net. You've still got to go and have that belief that you can get back into the game.
We actually practiced during the week going down to 10 men because of the environment we're coming to, because of the officials that are taking the game, and we have to do that because, you know, recently in the past, the statistics against the officials that playing against us, or refereeing against us, have shown that there's a lot of red cards against us, so we have to prepare for that. But I'm really disappointed with my players. Really annoyed for the fans that have come down here and, you know, sitting 2-1 up, sitting top of the league, and the game's been ruined by a decision that for me isn't a sending off.
Only one place to start. Willie Collum's decision to send off Callum Patterson. Michael Stewart, was it the right decision or the wrong decision?
I think it's a crazy decision. I mean, the one thing that I will say in Willie Collum's defence is that he's got a great position for it, but that almost makes it more difficult to believe that he's given a red card here. You see, he slides in, he's not showing his studs, his 2 feet don't leave the ground. You could argue that McKinnon's foot's higher than Callum Patterson's. I think it's a crazy decision. But Stuart was talking about this, and I think it's a good point, is that the reaction of the Hamilton players, both McKinnon and I don't know who else it was, there's a second
Carlton
player
Morris, yeah,
right in on pointing in Callum Patterson's face. That may well have influenced Collum.
But he does go through the player, and Darry McKinnon goes up in the air.
He wins the ball. I mean, at times you're going to have to, you know, if you're going to tackle, you know, we don't want to turn football into like basketball. There is physical contact in this game. If you try and eliminate it completely, it'd be a terrible game to watch. McKinnon's foot's higher than Patterson's. His foot doesn't come off the ground. For me, that is a terrible decision.
Stuart, your view?
I thought Patterson scored a really good goal. Yeah, no, I agree. I've got to say, I think when I look at it again, it's not the greatest of angles, but I think his foot is down. I think maybe the trajectory of the guy who flies up in the air, and obviously then the reaction after it.
What about Robbie Nielsen's comments afterwards, though, Michael? Because he singled out referee Willie Collum. The SFA compliance officer's going to look at those comments. Has Robbie Nielsen crossed the line here? Should he have said that?
Well, I don't. For me, I mean, thankfully, I'm not a manager because, you know, the compliance officer would be knocking at my door with, you know, if that happened
maybe
to me.
After tonight.
Well, I mean, for me, I don't see the problem with it. I think that he's talking about how he's managed his team, he's prepared them. I think he'll be disappointed that the team haven't seen the game out, even going down to 10 men.
Has he prepared them in the wrong way, though? Because he said he was preparing to play with 10 men, but shouldn't he be preparing his players to, look, I think we've got a card-happy referee here. Yeah. Don't go into challenges like that.
I'm pretty sure that that's what he'll have been saying as well. And I think he did say there that he was disappointed with his players, because I think that will be the situation where he's spoken to them about it and he'll be disappointed that he's given, you know, the referee a chance to make that decision.
Stuart, all of which overshadows what was a brilliant performance from Hamilton Accies again.
It was. I mean, I think you had a pundit in here a few weeks ago who should really be hanging his head in shame. And I am, because I said at the time, after 2 games, Hamilton hadn't scored, and my only problem was where the goals were going to come from. Since then, they've won up Inverness 2-0, they've beaten Dundee United 4, and they've scored 3. They've scored 9 goals in 3 games, so they've been terrific. They've turned it round, and for me, which I did say a couple of weeks ago, I think Ali Crawford's a terrific player, and they've done really well to hold on to him. We'll
see some of the Accies action in a minute, Michael. In terms of the consistency, though, from referee Willie Collum, we saw a few other decisions. Anton Karakins, the Hamilton Accies player, going into this challenge, which was a booking, and I guess that plays into what you're saying in terms of the decision making by the referees.
That's a worse tackle than Callum Patterson's for me. I mean, when that's played at real speed as well, you know, it looks like he's almost taking Jimmy Walker's leg off there. I mean, I think that, you know, for me, it's the big thing is the inconsistency. That's what gets the managers next at the time.
In terms of the defence of Willie Collum, he is a FIFA listed referee.
Well, that's what baffles me. I genuinely can't believe that you know, he's looked upon as the best referee in this country, because I think that there's big decisions week in, week out that he gets wrong. It's not just Hearts, by the way. It's across the board. You speak to any fan of any club in this country and they'll tell you a Willie Collum story that they're not happy about.
Okay. Interesting. After all the excitement, the Ladbrokes Premiership table looks like this. Celtic are on top with 16 points. Aberdeen second with a 100% record and a game in hand. What a match we have in prospect at Pittodrie in 2 weeks' time. Hearts dropped to third. At the bottom, Kilmarnock, Partick Thistle and Inverness are all still without a win.